Look at that. It might be deer, but it looks like 3 toes. I don't know. It's hard to say. This is very steep, though. I have to, like, baby my way. What the hell is that? I have to, like, baby my way down here. I'm never coming this way because it's just ridiculous, but I wanted to come on the back side of the watering hole. What the hell is that? It's like a play. I don't even know. Playhouse top? Maybe to a doghouse somewhere? What the hell it's doing over here? Probably doesn't look steep, but it is. So when we're on the other side of the watering hole and we look across all the time, this is a lot of times where they are in this thick brush that sits on this side. It's really hard to penetrate, but it's what it is. We're gonna follow this game trail. See, there's scat here. It's pretty fresh. Alright, and just like that. Oops. Oh, it's in there, frogs. Yeah, this stuff is just thorns and it's so thick. It's horrible. They love it. This would be a good place to find a print if there was going to be one. Might be an impression there. It's huge if that's what it is. Right alongside that stick. My foot don't even... My foot's a few inches shy of it. It's indented a little bit too, and I'm watching mine on that surface, on that particular area. Just got stabbed in the neck with a branch. Anyway, I wasn't going in at all. That's what I was getting at, I think. I'm gonna have to go around. So we've had a lot of rain, so it's really, the water's really high. There's been a few times where I've wanted to like raise this up, and we've been just shy. Maybe like if I can go an inch higher, like I could show you something. So I pulled out a tripod today that literally is about 2 inches. It gives an extra like inch or two. That's it. Yeah, it's all the way extended. Whoa. It's obviously autumn, so things are gonna be falling. So that's one thing you want to listen for in autumn is did it come from above? Did you hear it come through a bunch of leaves? What was the trajectory speed sounding like? Did it sound like it came horizontally through the woods? So here's where we leave. Technically, we leave the federal side and go to the public side. It's not much, but if you lived out here in these woods, this watering hole would be very, very important to you. I don't see a way around today. It's that full. I could try and squeeze. It looks like that's been closed off, whether naturally or not, I don't know. But shit, I really wanted to go that way. Let's try it. I don't have boots on or nothing. Got on my lazy boy shoes. Yeah, see, it's thorns. Ow, 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 ow. Yep. It's a lot of thorns. Like a lot. So the game can go under there, I suppose. I'm not getting in the mud. It's not happening. I've done enough mud for today. Let's take another look at this. It's just more thorns. A lot more thorns. See how it's like closed off, especially up there too. Change the brightness, it's just too bright. Yeah, should do, I hope. Alright. Looks like they're closing things off, making blinds. I mean, a lot of you might be with me on this, but other people might say, no, what the hell are you talking about? It's just naturally overgrowth. All summer this was not this way. So in theory, right, not even in theory, in fact, the summer is when the bush is the thickest, right? It's in full bloom. So why, when everything's supposed to be falling off and thinning out, is now there are areas that are closing off, trails closing off, walkways, game trails, everything starting to close off. It's for a bigger reason than just nature grew that way. Take it or leave it. You know how I go. You know how I roll. It is what it is. Alright, we're gonna have to go right up the gut. There's no other option. This is where I don't want to say all the tires, but there are a lot of tires in here. A lot of trash ends up in this section. I don't honestly know why. I don't know if it's mountain bikers or whatever on the other side leave trash, and then, you know, maybe a different one comes by and throws it over. Maybe they all throw it over. I don't know. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Excuse me. Woo, woo. It's in the tire. It's a brand new tire. Well, to the woods anyway. Yeah. Could be a bird. Sounds like identical to Gunner when Gunner wants my attention. Woo, woo, when he gets like worked up. Oh, shit. Alright, we made it through. So here is the excuse me. Here's like the big play palace. That's what it strikes me as anyway. Again, everything's starting to thin out. So you can get a real good look at the way everything's made up. Something moved right there fast. It might have been something smaller. Again, you got the fence right here. So that watering hole is right through this brush. You just can't see it. It's blinded on every side. So that's kind of where we kind of got. This is not supposed to be a. There's two different planes going in circles. This is not supposed to be a fly zone. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, that's where we were, kind of down there. We got stuck back behind all that brush, and we couldn't make it through. Just to get right there is where I wanted to get. I had to come all the way around. Bubba! Bubba! Let's get a real thing in here. I know I'm being very repetitive, but... Again, there's the watering hole. It's right beyond this brush. All of this brush. Did you remember how we used to be able to see it all the time? Every time we came in here? It's by design. Everything thins out as far as like leaves on trees, so they utilize everything else. Well, it only goes for when they're in flesh and blood that it matters, right? Or they want to just blend in and kind of mesh with nature, but you know, they could also do things like this where they interconnect the trees and make the veil and all that good stuff. So it really depends on what they're doing. I do believe kind of flesh and blood is not something that I've heard it before, but I've heard it other places, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem like they're most comfortable in that fashion, or whatever you want to say, however you want to put it. This is where we spotted his son the first time, just beyond this arc tree here. I thought last time we were here, I kept saying that he was right here behind this mound, but in hindsight, when I look back at the photo, the screenshot or whatever, he wasn't right behind it. Just kind of was what I thought. He was set back a ways. Probably back by that tree, maybe. Which makes him even bigger than I thought he was. Then that's when I got the video of him peeking around the tree, just watching me. When I got to my truck, I was just looking out the front, the dash into the woods. I seen him just poked around. We gifted that blue bottle here, right? Let's see it. I don't see it. Don't mean it didn't roll down the hill or whatever. Because there it is. It did roll down the hill. Okay. Well, it's not to say that they didn't see it or receive it. You know, I've had gifts sit for 2 years. I've had gifts sit for 2 days, 2 months, 2 hours, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Just depends. I don't know. I wish I could tell you what the reasoning is for, you know. I'm pretty sure it's all personal, and there's many different reasons for it on different occasions. Let's do a 360. Alright, we're gonna gift one more thing. This is today's gift. It's very heavy. Probably weighs about a quarter pound or so. Maybe half a pound. It's got weight to it. Alright, let's find a good spot for it. Let's put it somewhere weird. Like, they're doing weird shit in here, right? Let's put it somewhere weird. Like, all the way up here. Stick it all the way up there. How about that? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna get back down without messing stuff up. If you look, there's a game trail that comes right around this. Comes right by, and then it goes that way. So, what game is doing that? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's probably deer, but why they would go under that thing, I don't know. But I guess they just kind of are following their route. But do you see all the interconnection in here? It's not just these big things. Forget about all the big trees. See this too? This goes into that one. So I'm assuming whatever was under here at whatever point. I mean, look, there was a whole tree laid here at one point. Like, it's gone now. I'm assuming whatever was here. You could see over there too. It's got a lot of roots. So I'm sure they go and branch off everywhere too, which is just as good as the mycelium as far as like, the ground connectivity. I get a feeling that we're being looked at from back that way. I should have probably looked while we were up on the hill. Alright, let's get on with the get on. I can't tell what that is, but it doesn't look very appealing to me. Don't look like a hairy being, I'll tell you that much. If you guys hear that, that's it's a siren. Something big stepped right there. Going that way. Why would you go that way? Looks like it might have stepped there too, it's hard to say. Maybe to get these mushrooms here? It's quite a bit, whatever they are. I'm not sure what that particular type is. One white rock, that one caught my attention, so let's see if there's any more. Obviously there's a lot, but looking for ones that really speak to me. I don't know how else to put it. It's very hard to explain in words how in a group of rocks one can mean something, but it just does. There's no rhyme or reason or like way to explain it. I mean, if there is, please feel free in the comments, because I draw a blank when it comes to that. They just have a way of letting you know that it's them that put something there or showed you something. All doubt is removed, all question is removed. It's just complete and utter confidence. Alright. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. And this is where I had my first sighting, as you guys know. So I have all those crystals and stuff. I'm gonna leave them out, and then I'm gonna come back for them. I saw an orb over there. Something shining and glistening. Alright, so again, I appreciate you guys. As always, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one. Maybe we'll make another one, it depends. See how it goes.